Oh man, I was talking and my mic was muted. Hello, everybody. I was saying, that my terraforming's not going as well as I had hoped. So I'm gonna finish this one layer and then that's gonna have to be deep enough, because if I go any deeper, it's just gonna get way too laggy, so. Because even though I'm like constantly pouring water, it's just not registering it as proper layers, and so it's all falling water. Which sucks big time. See, I start to get frame drops when I come over here. It's not as bad as it was literally 5 minutes ago, so see, there we go. That dropped a little bit. Maybe it just needs time to catch up? I don't know. This is what I've been doing to make sure that, to try and make sure that there's no lag. And apparently went not, like, either I didn't do it thorough enough, or I went just a little bit too deep for it. So I really hate that falling water is so laggy in this game. But yeah, this is what I was doing since last night. I dug down that much. This was like not all the way up here, but the bits that went out were a lot further than that. Than just one block. Oops. But apparently this game just hates falling water. No matter how hard you try to, you know, make it not falling water. But yeah, we'll just finish this layer and then we'll go back to the electric isle and continue working on the coast there. I had been hoping to get this like extremely lower so that the electric isle had more room here to like be a more gradual, because I don't like how steep that is for that. So I wanted to make it a more like gradual, like go out to like maybe here, but then have this be all deep water. But my game is like, no thanks, don't like that. So we'll have to see. I'll finish this layer and then we'll go work on that, and then maybe over time it'll like get used to it. I don't know. It's like, because the game hates hollow spaces. And the falling water is thus falling into a hollow space without like a source block of water. So the idea, hello Gummy, how are you? The idea was to like fill each layer by layer. So that like with like a water source block to prevent the lag, but I don't know. Maybe it takes time to register that it's done that. I don't know. You're good. I'm doing good as well. I'm just frustrated that things are not working out how I had hoped in the game at the moment. Do you play builders? Because I know I've seen you at Hazel's streams. You got the demo suite. One of us. Join. Planning on buying the full game? Nice. If you can, I highly recommend PC version. Well, it runs a lot better on Switch too than it did on Switch, so. You only have a PC? So you have to just, that's good then. Because I'm currently lamenting that this game is not on PC. because I would not be having the problems that I have if this game was on PC. I don't think Dragon Quest Builders 2 is on phones. I know the first game is, but not the second game. I think the second game is a little too intensive for phones because it's not optimized, and they would have to do a lot of optimization to make it work on phones. Which, I mean, if they want to optimize the game and, you know, push that out for all the releases, I would be fine with that. This game could really use some optimization. Would make all the lag rules unnecessary. The lag rules for extensive terraforming, by the way. If you're not going to extensively terraform, you don't really need to worry as much. And if you're on a PC, then you probably don't need to worry at all. Yeah. It just does not like when you... Looks like I was in some deep water, literally. Yeah. Deep water making myself lag, even though I'm trying so hard not to. Although it seems to have gotten a little better. I restarted my PlayStation just before I started streaming, because it was really bad. Like, all the frames that were getting dropped, man. But it's mostly like over here right by the deep water too, which tends to be problematic. But see, it's not like it's fine now. I have to constantly fill to try and counter the fact that I'm taking the blocks away. I'm actually really curious. I've never done the X-ray through water. I wonder, let's try the X-ray through water. Where are you, hole? Hello, thank you. Oh dear. We want this one. Oh, but we want flat. That, and then we put one on our head. And yeah. I guess it's kind of hard to see because the top layer of the, like, you can't actually see the water because the top layer of the sand blocks your view from the water. So I would think I would have to do this somewhere else, like into the side of a mountain or something. But this is why I'm constantly telling people you need to fill all your hollow spaces, because that is like all that empty space, that's filled blocks. Okay, so we're gonna... It doesn't, the game, like if it's filled, the game just will not register the, like register the block becomes invisible. And let's see, like you can see some empty spaces anywhere that there's, oh, this is not working either. Huh. I guess you can kind of see the water over there. The beach. I need a better angle. Interesting. You see the light blue against the chalk? I wonder if that's water that it's actually showing. because it's not solid. It was over in that direction that I was lagging too, so. Oh yeah, because the hollow bit that I saw underneath here was that very slight this air pocket that I haven't gotten rid of because I don't want to lose the snow on top. So, oh, I need fish food. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this layer and then just let the game sit, I think, with how much I terraformed, because I dug down a lot. I dug down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers already. So the game is just like, not happy. Hopefully it just needs time to process. But again, this is me pushing the limits of the game. Massively terraforming. I just wish that there was a fast way to do this on PlayStation. On PC, you can hack in the full water block, so like it counts as a source block, and you can use it with a trowel. So if you want to dig deeper, you just like equip the source block of water and like use the trowel to trowel the blocks out from underneath you, and then it's just full blocks of water. So no falling water. Get some more unhappy water. Hello, Unique Tootsie. How are you? I'm doing okay. The random colors of Twitch are funny. On my PC, odd is purple and you are green, Unique Tootsie. But on my laptop, you guys are both like the same bluish purple color. On my PC, like it's in OBS. I have like the chat is just like this teeny tiny window, enough for me to see like what 1 or 2 people have said. That way like I can see that the chat is moving, and I know to look at my laptop, which has the full chat, that I can actually see properly. So that's why I have the 2 different colors. You're okay? Looking forward to Saturday going on a fall drive? Nice. That sounds lovely. I see me as purple, but Unique Tootsie is red, both in the chat and bottom of the screen. Huh. Yeah, that weird, it's like a purpley blue color. That's the color that you both are on my screen. On my PC, you're like a it's much more purple than it is blue. But like the color that's on the screen and in my chat on my laptop is like this bluey purple. Okay, let's pour some more water. Won't be a pretty drive, it'll be very hot. Yeah, fall has been a little unseasonably warm this year. Doggos. What you doing? You silly puppy. She's lying on her back, belly up, and so she always like, I don't know, chokes on her own saliva or something when she does. I don't know why, but it always makes her hack away when she lies like that. But it's her favorite way to lie, so it must not be that bad. Silly goose. Alright, let's pour some more water. I feel like I might not have been pouring enough water because I was only really pouring it when I would have like the air pockets pop up, and I literally like I should probably be pouring it like every few steps to get more source water blocks. Yeah, she's more like clearing her throat. They're not really sneezes. They're not quite coughs either though. She's just like but that's why I always say, because like I know that the mic picks it up because it's so loud. That's why I always explain, that's not me, that's my dog. She's an old lady. Let's pour some more water. But yeah, like I was thinking about it, like for this, the reason why I started doing this was because I was like, I don't like how steep the electric aisle descent is, and I realized like I don't even need like a beach here at all. Like I don't know if I need any of this at all. I might actually like get rid of all of that because there's gonna be like no access. They're completely enclosed. So I was like, well, I don't know. I'll do this to start, and then like I can lower all of it and have like the deep part of the ocean be in between the two instead of like just over there. But we'll see. I really hope that I can make it work. It's not lagging nearly as much as it was earlier. Which is a good sign. Okay. And the reason I'm hammering this, I would normally use the trowel with sifting sand because that's so much faster. But to swap between the water pot and the trowel is annoying. So I'm using the hammer because you don't have to like. It's easier to swap between the hammer and the water pot. But generally, if you're digging a hole, I recommend sifting sand with the trowel. It's a lot faster. It amuses me that the devs did not like consider how much terraforming people would want to do in this game. Especially from what my understanding is that we've got better tools to do it than in Minecraft. I don't actually play Minecraft, so I don't know that. But I've heard a few people say that the tools for terraforming in builders are better than Minecraft. See, I was almost at the level that I want to go to as well. I just want to dig it down to like, I think maybe this level? Maybe this level. I was almost there. 3 more levels. I don't know if I've ever done this much underwater terraforming before. I think this is probably my most... No, that's not true. I have the reef on my first island, but that's only like one tiny chunk on the whole island. Whereas in this, I've been like the whole island. I've been doing a little bit underwater everywhere. Every inch of this island will be processed. That is my goal. Okay. It's amazing seeing the progression as you keep working on the island. Yeah, I'm amazed. Like, I kind of wish that I'd taken more screenshots, in all honesty, so like I could have a better view of the progression that I've done. But I suppose like I can go through and take screenshots of the old streams. They just won't be in the best quality because YouTube likes to turn that way down. Like seeing these kinds of before versus now photos, projects like this, because in the moment you kind of forget how far you've come. Yes, exactly. What I need to do is just find like a IOA that's posted with almost no work done on it and take like a whole bunch of different like pictures, and then figure out where that angle, the same angle would be on this island, and then take a comparison picture. Like that's what I did when I made, because I made a little YouTube short of like my before and after progress for my furrow field that I did on my second account, where I greened furrow field before leaving. I did furrow field in 400 hours. Yes. And I made like a little short of like the before and after, and I never took before pictures, so what I just did is I went on to one of my other accounts, to furrow field where I hadn't done any terraforming whatsoever, and took all the before pictures, and then went to my second account and took the pictures of the differences. It's quite smart. Good to keep in mind that that's an option if I ever do something like that. I've been playing this game forever. I know, you need to play this game more. This game is the best game. Everyone should play this game. If you like sandbox. If you don't like sandbox, you're not gonna like this game. It's really weird how in some places the music is louder than in others. Like, why is the music so much louder over here than it was over here? Or it just got loud? I don't know. I don't understand. But there were some parts where I was doing this and it just was barely... could barely hear it. And then it got super loud over here. Maybe because I'm closer to the source of the music? I don't know. Hey, it's Zach! Hello, Zach! It'd be nice to get it for PS4 because I only have it on Switch at the moment. If you have Switch 2, it's not so bad on Switch anymore. But if you can, if your PC can run it odd, I highly recommend getting it on PC. How's it going, Zach? Alright, we're almost done with this layer. I'll allow it. Not feeling too great? Aw, I'm sorry. Health jank suck. That's good to know. I haven't gotten a Switch 2 yet, but there is some talk of that being a possibility. Also know my PC was lucky to run Undertale, but it's not really built for anything bigger than that. Oh no. Yeah, my PC, I just needs more RAM. I think otherwise it's good. It just has terrible RAM. I only have 8 gigabytes of RAM. And, 8 gigabytes of RAM is like the absolute bare minimum required to just run Genshin. Let alone like if you want to run Genshin on a PC and stream it, so like OBS and Genshin at the same time. So I need to get more RAM. Ah, shoot, I did start doing this. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it for now. Cause yeah, you can see it's a little janky. It's not happy. We're gonna go over here. And I'm gonna work on this, cause I don't like how steep it is. So let's get out some of the millions of sand that we have now. And whoops, wrong one. There we go. And now I kinda, how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna start like here. I'll go from there. But I'm not liking, like, I like how, like, the rock pokes out through the whatever, but I'm not liking just, like, in general how steep it is. Especially because this is supposed to be the beach that they go swimming from. And I don't know about you, but I would much rather go swimming on a calm, shallower beach that's like has like it gets deeper a little bit slower than on those beaches where like you take 2 steps out and then bam, you're deep water. So this has been bugging me for a while. Now hopefully we can make it a nice, more gradual slope. We've got all the sand from the areas that I've destroyed. So lots of sand to work with to fill. Alright, let's just do this to get this all on the same level. Exactly. They're only tiny little hammerhead guys. They need safety, not riptides being swept out to live with the mermen. Not that there's riptides in this game, that would be really funny. It's amazing with how much sand I got. I only got 26 of the bubbling sand. Stuff's rare. You want to hang on to it if you find it. Oh, I missed Harlequin Hazel's. Hello. Hello. Hello, Hazel. How's it going? Hazel was streaming Builders last night. Their first playthrough of the game. Just finished Crumble Done last night. So, still very new to the game. It's really funny because last night, what was it that you said, Hazel, where you said something and I just made a face instead of answering, and then what you said came true. That was funny. Because Hazel was like, oh, if only we could do this. And I was just like, me knowing that that's going to happen like any second now. Oh, you wanted to fight on Goldilocks' back again? Yeah. Like right before it's about to happen. Hazel's like, I want to fight on Goldilocks' back again. And I'm like, yeah. Not going to say anything. So I just did a silly slime face instead. It's so hard. It's so hard when you like know exactly what's gonna happen next to just not be like, oh, don't worry, you do. Exactly that. Oh, hello. You woke up very suddenly. What's going on? You can go back to sleep. It's okay. Nothing's happening. Oh, alright. Good night. My goodness. We know nothing. Yep, that's how you gotta act when someone's playing the game for the first time. She's a silly doggo. Sound asleep, and then all of a sudden she's like bolts upright, wide awake, staring at me like, what just happened? I'm like, nothing happened, girly. Like, we're just sitting here playing games. You know what? I think that does need to go over a little bit more. Kind of like how it's steep here, but I'm gonna need to like figure out the gradual incline for that. So we'll just fill it in a little bit. Oops. It is easy enough to get rid of sand. So if I overfill, that's not a problem. I can destroy it to shape it. Not like when you're building with obsidian. It takes 3 hits to break it. You did the same thing with learning they cook for you. Yes, you were saying that. It's really funny how like this game can be very, very handholdy if you actually like read everything and like follow the text perfectly. But if you just kind of like, you know, making your way through the story, only minorly paying attention to what's going on, so much gets lost. And it's so specific about what it wants in certain situations that it's really easy to get lost. So it's like you've got people complaining that the game is too handholdy, and then you've got people complaining that the game isn't handholdy enough because they have no idea what's going on. And it's just so funny that it's like both are true. The game is handholdy, but at the same time it's really not. So much is obscure, right? Like the game almost assumes that you played Builders 1. And so if you haven't played Builders 1, it's a little more difficult, I guess, to figure out certain things like rooms and whatnot. So many people have problems with rooms. I don't actually know how far I need to get this out. I've learned most from Reddit, YouTube, and me. Yeah. Well, I was like even like the reason I started making like all the guides and doing all the research that I was doing was because I was getting annoyed with like a lot of YouTube videos that were like, and I think that's how that goes. I'm like, I don't need think, I need exact. Please tell me exact. But also, I don't like that, like, ironically, I don't like that all, like, in order to learn things, you have to watch a video, which is why I made the written guides on GameFAQs. I like being able to, like, scroll through text to find what I'm looking for in 10 seconds rather than to have to watch a 20-minute video and hope that it's exactly the thing that I'm trying to solve. Yo, I did not want that one there. Okay. I'm not gonna fancy this up too much because I don't actually know. But I think that's where I want to start. doing that. So we will. I've read posts from people who have played the story multiple times but just speed through it and miss out on so many mechanics or details. Yep. Like, part of the reason I think everyone hates Lulu is because they don't actually like read the story in detail. Also, they really messed up her story when they fixed it. In quotations, when they fixed the story the last 6 months of making the game. Completely changed the story. They weren't going to have the hermit. Lulu was going to be the only builder that taught you how to do things. And then they ran it through a test audience, and the test audience didn't like what they had, so they had to like revamp so much of the game, which is why the game feels so unfinished. Is because it is. All things considering, though, I think they did an amazing job. But yeah, like, so they basically had to introduce the hermit to take over, which takes away from the fact that Lulu's no longer the one that's teaching you. But they didn't really do anything with Lulu. They still kind of kept her there. And yeah, I don't know. I think I think she gets lost in translation and in the fact that her role changed so drastically. Well, my beautiful chisel work, we're gonna just... So, like, part of the reason she's so bossy is because she knows what she's doing and you're just an apprentice builder. But that gets lost because she's no longer the one teaching you how to build. Need to eat. Okay. Oh, that one probably didn't need to be broken, but that's okay. So I'm gonna fill this in. That, yeah, okay, I was worried about that. At least I hadn't finished chiseling this yet. So it's not completely chiseled. It's a little bit less problematic. And I think I'm gonna leave this over here. It's where it starts to get... But this will be nice shallow gradient. Maybe a little bit here. Oh, ads are starting soon. Go a little bit out here more. They are just little guys. Look at the little guys. See, this little guy could get pulled away so easily. So we gotta protect the little guys. There the precious hoods, yep. I admit that I admit when I saw husband play, I didn't care for Lulu. But once I played, I came to love her. Yeah, exactly. She's got that kind of personality. You know, I did not like Lulu, the first time I played. I didn't hate her though. And then like the vitriol that I've seen some people post about her, just like I had to become a Lulu defender. I don't love her, but I don't hate her. And I will defend her always because she does not deserve the hate that she gets. Hey, Bildrick, how's it going? Oh, there we go, the ads. Okay, that I think. Oh, you know what? We'll go up a little bit more here. Gonna get a snack. Snacks are good. Okay. Those look chiseled, so let's break that. Yeah, see, that's better. I don't want to do this. I think I'm just gonna have to fill this in. We'll start to lower it a little bit here, I guess. Alright, are we back from ads? We are indeed. Okay. Bildrick is late to the conversation and says Lulu deserves to hate. No thank you, Bildrick. You missed the part where I was talking about how she used to be the Harry Hermit's role, which is why she's so bossy. So she does not deserve the hate. Her role got stolen by the Harry Hermit, and they never changed anything really about her personality or anything. So She does not deserve the hate. Also playing Dragon Quest 11. Replaying Dragon Quest 11. Nice. My husband played that. I watched chunks of it, but I never actually played it myself. Okay, so let's go up a level. How do I want to do this? You are not far off. So Sapphire has just recently discovered that it was not the hermit. It was Hargon, who was masquerading as the goddess again, to get you to build, like in the first game. And so the fact that like a lot of the Hargon's dialogue just got converted into the hermit's dialogue. So if like the fact that you think that he comes off as a little bit evil, yeah, probably. Sapphire's been going through all the game files and finding like all the old dialogue and stuff and like piecing everything together, so it's been very interesting what she finds. No, the goddess in DQB1 was actually the goddess, but we were going to have the goddess again in DQB2, but it was actually just going to be Hargon masquerading as the goddess. And then they put the game through the test audience, and the test audience did not like what they had at all. And so they had to rewrite the whole game like 6 months before release, essentially. Which is why the game feels a little unfinished, because it is. Yeah, well, the test audiences in Japan did not, so. But yeah, it was the fake goddess trying to get you to build, and then Lulu would teach you how to build because she's the daughter of master builders. So that's why she's so bossy, is because she was originally the one that was going to teach you how to build. And then they made the hermit. So. And then poor Lulu just got shunted aside as a bossy sidekick character. Which made everyone hate her, unfortunately. Alright, how am I gonna do this? I think what I need to do is this. Up until the pyramid, she seems like she just hangs out. Yeah, she pretty much does. I think the idea is that because she's the daughter of master builders, so she knows how to do it, she just doesn't have the ability herself, which is why she bosses you around to do everything, because she knows how to do it from watching her parents do it, but she doesn't actually have the building powers herself, so I think that was the idea. And you can see that, like, she does not have the power of creation in her cooking. Because she cannot cook worth beans. The monsters love her cooking. The humans, however, not so much. Yeah, exactly. It is a little sad that all of that got scrapped. I just wish that they'd, instead of, like, you know, trying to push like their actual release, that they just like had given them a little more time to cook. Because I think even with the direction that they took the story, they could have done amazingly if they just had a little bit more time to let it ferment. Back one in here. Square Enix is about to finish making remakes of old games soon, so maybe a DQB3 may come out in the next 5 years. Honestly, what I really hope is that like they've had a very small team just sort of like working on a DQB3, and then once like they're finished all the remakes or whatever, like the full team will go, and then they'll be able to like, but just like to have like the small team like getting the pieces together for the game, so that like when they get the whole team together, like it can go faster. But probably not. That's a pipe dream. Like I really honestly do not think Square Enix understands the gemstone that they have on their hands with builders. I can wait for a third because I still have so much work to do in the second one, but I am really hoping that a third is on the horizon somewhere. DQB3 would be difficult to make because, as you know, DQ3 has 2 worlds, overworld and the underworld. I love how you say that as if I've ever played DQ mainline games. Or it doesn't play mainline DQ games. What are you smoking? I wonder if it works here. Is that it? No. Maybe this. Dang it, I don't remember what there's a we have a command though. Whenever someone says, Aura, you should play a completely random game that Aura would never play, we have a command that says what games I play. Which is to say I play Builders 2, some Animal Crossing, Pokemon, Genshin, and that's about it. Or Fantasy Life, not Final Fantasy. I always want to call it Final Fantasy for some reason. Fantasy Life I. Like, there's a very, very particular type of game that Aura plays, and most of them are not it. There's 2 worlds, and it has a system where you choose your party members' classes. I have heard so many people talk about the party member classes thing, and I'm not worried about it. I feel like it would work fine in builders. They would just have to bring back some of the ranged mechanics from the first game, from DQB1, and like improve on combat a little bit. But I mean, it's a 3rd game, so like you're gonna want to do that anyways, so. But honestly, if they take their time to do it, I think from what I've heard of Dragon Quest III, I think it would make an amazing builders game. And there's a lot of options. Like, so many people have like said what they think that the direction that they should go. I've read so many different versions of ideas, and it all sounds very plausible and like it would be good and fun. So I definitely think they have potential. They just need to give the devs time to do it. But they absolutely need to be working on it, because someone's going to swoop in with a builder-like game, and they're going to lose any momentum that they had. Like, there are literally no other games like builders on the market. Like, it's a one-of-a-kind game. And so many people that play it are like, I want more games like builders. What other games like builders? And we're always like, sorry, there are none. Builders is the only one. And so Square Enix is absolutely 100% sleeping on a gem. And it's so sad that they don't realize it. Whoops. I watch such videos too, but the lore would be hard to make as DQB3 has to be as accurate and loyal to DQB1 because the timeline is of the Erdrix saga. DQ3, DQ1, and then DQ2. I think it could be done. Like, isn't part of it like you're in DQ3 that you're going around fixing up the world anyways? Like, that seems prime for builders. That is, instead of like, you know, running errands for the townspeople, you're the one that's actually doing the building. And then they could give you like the Malroth-like character that follows around and fights for you. Alright, this really... Okay. Let's fill this in and then we can start. Oh, I lost my cursor. I wish we could change the color of the cursor. Depending on what I'm working with, I would make it like red. Bright red. Unless I was working with red stuff and then I would change it, but I think red would stand out on a lot more stuff in this game than the yellow does. The yellow just really blends in. Too far? Oh yeah, there's a seashell there. There you go. All right. Let's go. Yeah, the reason I'm pushing so hard on like trying to finish this game is because I'm really hoping to get it most of it done before Pokopia comes out. Because I know Pokopia is gonna steal a lot of my time. Oh, that's fine. Okay. And I know people keep asking me if my island's up to visit. And I'm like, it's too much of a mess to put it up right now. So I've been trying to get it to a state where like I feel confident uploading it. So basically you are the son of the hero Ortega who disappeared. And you gotta save the land and journey around the overworld, which is very similar to ours in shape and towns. And you gotta defeat this arch enemy monster. And when you defeat him, an even greater evil reveals himself. Yes, I've heard lots about Zoma. And a cave opens up that conduces that leads to the underworld, which is Alifgard. See. Yeah, I heard it's one of those games where like you think that it's over and then no, it's not. Surprise, whole second game in this game. think that in the third game they should double the population size of each town. Honestly, I think what they should have done if they wanted, like, because 60 people running all in the same direction at the same time of day really does lag the game. And so what I think they should have done is just had like 60 be the maximum per area that you can put people. But that's still a hell of a lot more than 60 on our entire A Hell of Awakening. I think that's 180 people we could have had with 60 in each zone. And I really do think they should have given us the teleport things. What are they called? Naviglobes. They should have given us Naviglobes so that, like, but like in a way that, like, when we place one, it sort of creates a base space. So like that would have allowed us to make bases on the story islands, like more than just like the one little base that's surrounded in this like giant island. So like you could have had a couple of towns on Furrowfield or Crumbledon or whatever, and like it actually encouraged, you know, working on those islands rather than having like a whole dead island except for this one tiny spot. Which has been a lot of fun. But then you could have, that would have given you the power to make it so that like I could have actually put like one of those globes on this island and had people live out here. So, if only. Yeah, it's not that they were lazy with this game, it's just they ran out of time. And so what they did do, like yeah, Only Birds is right. What they did get done is very impressive, and if they had been given more time, I imagine it would have been an amazing game. No! Yeah, the Banner of Hopes too would have been great. Like anything really to like just let us make our own mini bases. That's what I wanted. To give us more spots to move people around, especially like when I found out like that all of this was dead space, even like all of this, even from like here up through here to here, over here, probably about here to like all the way down here to this follows the coast down to here. It's all dead, wasted space. You can't put anybody there. And I think if we had been able to build our own bases, that would have helped that a lot. It would have been nice. We ran out of Also, hello, Only Birds. How's it going? Oops. Just wasted potential. Mm-hmm. But that's why my poor island has to be inhabited by little hammerhead guys, because I can't put real people there. I really wish that like I could consult on the third game, and not necessarily on the story. Like, they can do whatever they want with the story, I don't care about that, but let me consult on like the building side and the end game side of the game. I will do it for free. I just want to see Builders 3 reach its full potential. Alright, how do we want to do this? Go like that. Hey, it's a boy home from school. We would all do it for free, we would. Say hello. She missed you. Hi, puppy. Hydrate. That's a good idea. Thank you. Perpetually dehydrated aura. How are you? You are good? Good. Kiddo has recently discovered gum. So he's very excited about gum. Would have liked if the hammerheads walked around and did stuff. Yeah. Would have been nice. You don't think you've ever had gum? Interesting. I mean, I get it. It's not something you want to feed your kid when they're really, really young, because they're more likely to just swallow it. My biggest wish for a builder's game for the NPCs to do stuff, just anything, more stuff, please. Yes, exactly. I actually really wished that the salutation stations gave you choices for actions for them to do. Like if I put a salutation, like if I put Magrog on a salutation station in a Chell, okay? He said hi to you. He's done. He's all done. Okay, I know he was gone all day. I know you missed him, but you're just being ridiculous at this point. He said hello to you already. Those are not for you. Yes, hello. You're very lovely. Go settle down. Go settle down. Shelly. Chell, go settle down. Go settle down. Go on, up, up. Go on. Thank you. Sorry. Dog was just being very obnoxious. But yeah, no, I wish that you could like put, like if I put Magrog on a salutation station in say like a blacksmith room, I could tell him to work the room instead of just having him stand there staring at visitors who come and waiting for them to talk to him. Like, let the poor guy do stuff while he's in there. It makes it seem so much more alive, which is why, like, you know, you only have 60 people. I don't like putting a million salutation stations, is because I still want people to be like wandering around doing stuff. To make the world seem alive and interesting. Also, stop getting on the roof and going in the water. Yes, there is a way to stop them going in the water. You make the lower part of like your river poison and they won't go in the water anymore. But going on the roofs is a little harder. That way sucks. So it does. It's really hard to do. But yeah, it is at least a solution. There was a Hammerhead village in DQB1 and they could have talked, and you could have talked with them and they taught you stuff. Maybe they could add monster dialogue. You could create. But yeah, I wish that the NPCs did more. And that it's funny because they already do a lot more than in a lot of games like this. This needs to get out of my inventory because I'm going to use it by accident. I need to start thinking about what I want to buy with my gratitude. Hello, Mithrin. Just defeated the fat lizard monster who stole Veronica's powers. Oh, nice. Can't afford what? Something got lost in there. You say hello and can't afford a new one. So I have no idea what you're talking about. There was an update required for PSN. That said, error, the ribbon side was crumbled from months ago. And I tried to get the disc to eject, so I accidentally ruined that. I see. Crumpled. All right, we're starting to get there. I do wish I could make that deeper. I might try in the future if it tones down on being laggy. Alright, let's see. You're lagging Stardew and Mass Effect? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I feel like they keep making PlayStation 4 worse with all their forced updates. Trying to force people to like upgrade to the PS5. can't afford a PS5. Mm-hmm. Feel that. Alright. Does this... Excellent. Okay. Climb time! Oh, Only Bird, seeing as you're here now, what's the command for the games I play? I forgot it. I'll openly admit that. There we go. See, or like Builders and Genshin and Pokemon and Stardew and Fantasy Life I and sometimes ACNH, and that's about it. No DQ main games. And soon to be Pokotopia, yes. Hopefully. Hopefully Pokopia meets up to our expectations of it. For it. Yeah, I don't play the DQ Pokemon or the DQ Treasure Hunter one. Kiddo liked the DQ monsters. He's explaining he got stuck on this semi-final dungeon. So he was having a lot of fun with it. I'm just so incredibly picky with the games that I play, which works out in my favor because I don't have a game backlog like most people. I'm not tempted to spend tons of money on games because I will probably never play them. And it's even funnier too because like Genshin is currently like they're doing their absolute best to be like, if you're only ever going to play one game in your life, play Genshin, because they have so much stuff in Genshin. There's like mini rhythm games. They have a teapot that you can like, it's like a little world that you can decorate with different buildings and stuff and create stuff. They are in the process of working on like a what is essentially looks like a Roblox light game that they're going to be adding to Genshin. They really want people to just play Genshin, nothing else. You don't need any other game. Why play all those other games when you can just play Genshin? You strongly dislike how much money I have in unplayed games on Steam. Yeah. See, I don't have to worry about that because I have no games. Same here, but even that gets denied to me too. Events like today, yeah. That's unfortunate. This is why you only buy games that you like. Exactly. This is why a lot of the times, unless this game is like super cheap, I just will not buy a game that doesn't have a demo. Like if I can't try it first, I'm not going to spend money on it. Because if I'm not I'm very much like just not going to play it, and then it'll be a waste of money. So I much prefer when they give you a demo that you can try. First bought DQB2 in 2017. Still play it to this day. Exactly. But didn't it come out in 2018? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it came out in 2019 for the rest of the world, and 2018. December 2018 for Japan, and then like June or July 12th, 2019 for the rest of the world. The first game came out the first game came out like 3 years before that, so. It's okay, the years are easy to mix up, rather. Oops. Aura forgets a lot of things, but apparently she remembers the release dates of Builders 2. Whatever good that'll do in life. You played the first one only after playing the second. I played the second one because the second one was really late coming to Switch, and so I played it when it was out on Switch, because we saw like the advertisement for it on Switch, and both my husband and I were like, okay, that looks like something you'd like. And so then I played it, loved it. I struggled a lot with it though. I found it really, really hard. And I had to get my husband to help me with like all of the bosses because I just couldn't. And then when 2 came out, or when 2 was announced, I was like, okay, I have to hurry up and finish the first one. And so I did that, and we pre-ordered the second one because I had loved the first one so much. And then I ended up liking the second one a million times more than the first one. So. Yeah. Kiddo remembers me trying to finish the first game. Yep, that's exactly the final chapter. The Shadow Worlds. I dug tunnels throughout the whole world so that I could run around without monsters bothering me, but I could still purify it. because that was the goal. You were trying to purify it, the land. Make it green and lush again. So, that's what I did, was I made the tunnels and ran around purifying everything. Alright, let's fill this in here. And then the tunnels was great because I could just run around and like purify huge swaths of land without having to deal with all the monsters, which would murder me endlessly. Hello, Pickaxe. How's it going? The first game was so cool. I really loved the idea of the monsters winning against the humans. And then you gotta teach people to build. Yeah, that was cool. I really wish we'd had some sort of Malroth character in the first game, though. It would have made it a lot better for me, because I'm not the greatest at combat, which is why if you look at the list of games I play, most of them don't have a lot of combat in them. Genshin is the outlier in that. And that I like how the elemental reactions work, and then when I have to do timed combat, no I don't. I get my kid to do it for me, right? He just nodded. I can't do the like any sort of timed combat or whatever. I'm just not good at it, and so Kiddo does it for me because he is good at it. My Genshin account is sort of like family Genshin account. We all play the same account. Hubs does the rhythm game for me because I'm terrible at it, but you can like win currency playing it, so he does it for me. And then Kiddo does a lot of the combat and other like silly events that they have, so. DQB1 bosses were much weaker than the second one. The very first time I did the second bosses, I struggled a little bit, but after like I started putting in the hours in the game and I knew how the game worked and stuff, I had a lot easier time doing them. But I did not get the first game bosses at all. Hubs had to help me with all of them. I just don't like combat in most games. And I know the combat in Builders, people say it's especially bad, so. You're talking about how your husband beating the DQB1 bosses for you. I did the same thing for my mom. She played. Yeah. I mean, it started like way back. I used to, on Friday nights, go to my friend's house, and she would get me to play Ocarina of Time on her, I forget what console that was. And basically like I would run around and explore, and as soon as anything got remotely difficult, I would throw the controller at her and make her do it. And then just watch her do it. And then when she was done the hard part, she would give the controller back to me and I'd run around and explore again. So like it's just kind of how I've always played, and I've always had people who like help me with that, so like I've never had to get better. Which is fine. I don't like, I'm not big for the combat parts. I like the exploration parts. Like exploration is the reason I started playing Genshin in the first place. Because I was like, oh, it's so pretty, I want to explore. And then, I don't know. They're just really good at keeping me there. Ad break! All right. Oh, it probably Do need to continue this. That's gonna have to meet up, so probably two. What dog's hacking away again? There you go. Oh, doggos. Bet you because you eat plants, you're not supposed to eat outside. Oops. If you would stop eating garbage plants, I bet you would feel a lot better. Never have I had a pet that made me want to pave my backyard more than this dog. Oops. There we go. Back from ad. Julio. Alright, look at this. We're getting so close to making this beach nice and safe for our little hammerhead friendos. Alright. It got very, very dark. Let's go from here. Need to remember to leave enough room to chisel this nicely. You gotta go? Well, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Hope you have a good day. Alright, and then from here, I think. Go. Let's go out one more. Alright. Oh, I just had an idea actually. I'll finish this and then I'll see if I can do that. Alright. This is definitely gonna have to be filled in more. Probably gonna come out a little bit more too, the mountain. I mean... Alright, we are getting there. I actually, like, it's funny how, like, the more I get done with this, with the electric island, the more I feel confident that, like, I can actually get done the rest of the Isle of Awakening. Before Pocopia, anyway. All except for the Cerulean Steps. This, I'm just not touching this specifically because as it stands now, it's very obviously not worked on, so. I don't feel bad about uploading it because it's not touched, but like a lot of the times when stuff is like partially worked on, I don't want to upload it because it's like mid-project and you can't always see like the direction that I'm going with it. And so I'd rather finish the project before uploading. Right, let's get some more sand out. I'm not worried about running out of sand. I have so much more sand. Aw, man. I think I got turned around. Goes to show how little I actually pay attention to my builder when I'm mindlessly filling like this. I think from here is good. And even with the longest fish food, I still feel like I'm eating a lot more. Well, I guess that's easy for me to do. Eat a lot more than I normally do because I don't normally eat in this game. Oops, lost track of time, gotta go. Well, thanks for hanging out, Achiko. Fun having you around. Have a nice day. Do you have any homework today, dude? You should probably go take a shower, eh? So that when I'm done streaming, you can use the TV and you don't have to worry about taking a shower then. Zach is back! Zach forgot about us. Oops. went to eat and it took longer than you anticipated. That happens. Whoops. I did not want that one there. This will hopefully be a lot easier to chisel too, seeing as it's gonna be a lot smoother slope, so. Oh, whoops. Ran out, didn't notice. Let's do some more down here so that we have the space to do more up there. And again, it's last night I tried to go to bed at a decent time. And my body just did not want to sleep. So I tossed and turned. I slept for maybe like an hour or two until about like 6 a.m. when my body was just like, no, it's not happening. And I was hungry at that point, being awake all night. So I woke up and had a super early breakfast and then went to bed after when I would normally wake up. And then slept until lunchtime. But yeah, I hate not being able to sleep. It's very annoying. It's very frustrating. Exactly so. Hopefully that means I'll sleep tonight. Ha 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 ha. One of the craziest things that I will never understand in this world is how being overtired makes it harder to sleep. Like, make it make sense. Like, one of the reasons why a lot of parents have trouble putting their kids to sleep is because the bedtime is way too late. And so then the kid is wired and overtired, so they have a harder time at falling asleep. And so then they don't get as restful a sleep, and so then they're overtired, so then it's harder to get them to sleep, and it's just like really vicious cycle. And that's just not fair. Our brains should not be wired that way. Considering sleep, how important sleep is. Oh wow, I actually ran out of food before the swim buff. I guess we'll just do this. We don't have to worry about. Getting closer and closer to needing to spend my points. I'm gonna do this. Actually, I think this needs to come out a little bit. I think this needs to go out. That. Oops. There. Yeah, that's better. Trying to keep chiseling in mind when I make this. Make it easier on myself to chisel when the time comes. Look, we're almost up to the hammerhead. How sweet. Okay, let's go look for more sand. I don't have any more sand in my bag, so let's go see if we have sand here. And I know I definitely have sand in my storage unit. And I'll leave that because that's only birds. Stash of stuff. Here we go. Lots of sand. And I definitely have a bunch over here. See? Tons of sand. Actually, I'm gonna put some in my inventory as well. That should be good for now. This will actually probably end up getting filled in. You're trying to hide the sniz snare under... It literally just needs like that. Because it shoots up really, really high. So you just need one block. And then to have it actually fire off, you need a water wheel with buttons. My god. Kiddo is, I can hear him in the bathroom going bow, 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 over and over again, like really, really loud. The vocal stems are real. Whoops, that was the wrong tool. I thought I had this one on. It's so funny trying to explain stuff to Hubs sometimes. Because like it'll do something and Hubs will be like, why are you? And I'm just like, ADHD. Because I do the same thing or whatever. I just like have learned over years that like it's maybe not quite socially acceptable to make random noises out loud all the time. So I don't do it. Or like other things. Water wheel with buttons. You'll try and figure it out. As long as the sizz snares are touching another sizz snare, they will go off in sequence. In sequence, rather. Not frequency. Sequence. So like one beside another, and they'll just like this one will go, then this one will go, and they'll just go in order. So as long as you have them like grouped together like that, you only really need one button to set them all off. And then the water wheel to set the button off. What you building? Oh, you're doing your the Bowser castle or whatever. Very cool. Also, if you want the fire that only goes off when you run past, you gotta bury the whatchamacallits? The statues. That shoot fire. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that one. Where are you, statue? Me too. Also, just can't believe I can't find it. Why is it not with the statues? Ah, there it is. Evil idol. So, hang on, let me... So, this is, 3 by 2? No, wrong way, sir. So, it sends the fire off whenever you run past, even if he's buried, right? See? You just like you'll need so what I did on my my Scarlet Sands is I chiseled like directly above so that I could have that still. The only problem with those is that they cost a lot unless you dupe them. So. So I use both Sizz Snares and those guys in my Scarlet Sands for different effects. No problem. Let me know if you need more assistance on that. Oh, I just had an idea. I don't know if I want to do it. I'm gonna run around on my island a little bit for a sec. See if maybe there's a better spot. Because probably this one might be better. Here. I don't know. Actually, yeah, that would be a pretty good place to put. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket as if I'm feeling adventurous and I need more stuff for this island than is already jam-packed on it. I feel like that there's too much going on in that corner anyways. So. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's a very good idea because it's been a while. Like, how long have I been streaming? Almost 3 hours since I saved. Posture check. Posture check. Gotta sit straight for the posture check. That's why I added the save as a thing, is because I always forget to save. So, it's like people can redeem points to remind me. And that's why I try and redeem it as much as I can when you're playing. How is the volume on the save? I didn't even notice it this time. I turned it down a little bit. Yay! No longer jump scary. I actually think... Okay, I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Look, it's almost perfect for him. go. Missed. Okay, actually, all of this that I did, I don't need it. Just gonna cause slight problems, but that's okay. There we go. And then over here. I wish I'd had this epiphany earlier, so I hadn't filled this in. Will you let her out, maybe? She's getting very excited at every tiny little thing. We think she needs to go out. Actually, we can probably just do this. Probably be faster. Don't worry, I'm not undoing all of it. I'm just undoing some of it. Because I had a great idea. I do want there to be like really deep spots, which is why I was trying to dig that down to begin with. And this also gives a reason for this to be a nice protected beach, so. See, sifting sand is so much faster. Alright, now, just to try and... fix any issues with falling water. Do what we can to fill the missing blocks. I think right be a good spot. I don't have a lot of obsidian on me. That's fine. Alright, I think want it like here. Alright, I need to find obsidian. Pretty sure I filled this back up again. I will have to go farming sometime. Oh, filled back somewhat. Not a lot, though. Definitely will need to go farming. Oops. What the? What are you doing? Binoculars. What's that? Silly binoculars. Sure. Yo, what the heck was that? Oh. Did I run out of, There we go. Oh man. The controller just keeps, at the last second, like, turning directions on me. What? Giving me? What? I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking. Oh, giving out. Don't know. I mean, it is a PlayStation 4 controller. But it's our second one, so it's newer than the one we got with the PlayStation, so. See, I'm making it a reason for being a protected. I'm gonna put like a little mini outcropping here that's sticking up, and like that's why. That's why the sand, it can be nice and shallow, and it can be super safe for swimming here. Yeah, there's a bunch of evil idols in Crumbledon. They're ripe for stealing, and then if you duplicate those, then you don't have to worry about spending lots of money on them. And by money, I mean gratitude. All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to go out a little bit that way more, but that's okay. We can figure that out. We actually start. Oh, that's what's much higher than I realized. I thought I was running more sluggish, but I couldn't see my breath gouge, and so I was like, what? What is going on? All right. I feel like this needs to all come out just a little bit more. So that I can actually chisel some of this nicer. I need to go let the doggos in. Be right back 1 second. No, chill. Okay. Almost. Go. Right, look at that. Beautiful. Lots of space for swimming. That's a cute little guy. Alright. Now I just have to figure out how I want this. I need to look at it from a different angle. I think I want here a little bit. Oh. Oops. No. Here. And then that's why they have a wonderful beach. It's because it's got a little bit of a reef here. Okay, do I still have any of the corals on me? I do. Perfect. Yeah, question. Can I put this somewhere? Over here. Purple, pink. Yellow. Coral. And actually, let's deposit that so that we can get save. Hello, happy. How's it going? Yeah. How you been? I'm doing alright. Giving the hammerheads a safe little spot to go swimming. Another one of these guys. Oh, they're always so much bigger than I expect them to be. Whoops. There we go. Put these guys. What do I have? This right now. And sand is enough. We can fit more corals on here. That's just regular coral. That's red coral. Yellow coral instead. I can hear it now. The hammerhead moms saying, "Don't go out beyond the reef." The hammerhead kids. Yeah. Add a little bit of Please stop going in the wrong direction and build oculars. Please. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Hello. Good. Are you? That's pretty good, dude. Mm. I don't really know what that means. The 50 whatever. Ah. I don't think I've worked on this corner at all. Nope. Why? Well, why do you keep doing that? Binoculars, please. Up. Go up. Looking down at you. Go up. Becoming way too hard to see. Just like... That corner still needs some work, but that looks a little bit better. And I just need to fix this. Make this curve around a little bit. To here, I think. Ish. And then, yeah. Alright, I think that's what we're gonna do today, because it's 5:30. I'm gonna probably, one sec. I had to sneeze. We're probably gonna eat dinner soon, so, I'm going to wrap this up. And then we will pick up the next time I stream. Either this or continuation with the houses on Monday night. Because our houses are almost done. Well, we have out of the 4 that were left, we have 3 left to do, but oh wow, I was like looking for the restaurant. The restaurant blend, because the roof is black, blends in really well with the obsidian. I have so many plans, all for this one tiny island. This island has been so much fun to build, though. Completely way out there. Anyways, we do need to go. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you Monday night for more builders. Have a great weekend, everybody. And, bye-bye. Yep, there we go. Yep, take care. Bye-bye.